Now, the second element of the target-to-target transition, engaging in multiple targets, that's body movement. Now, remember when you talk of building our shooting platform, that's that isosceles triangle that is formed with your arms, connected with the torso, connected with the pelvis. Well, we need to keep all that square to each target that we're planning to engage. If you keep everything together and unchanged, we need to move from the knees below. So there are two techniques that we can use to accomplish that movement. The first technique is when you're a little bit more upright, when you trust more your skeletal alignment, and when you want to make a transition from left to right, you're using the inside edge of your foot and you're pressing with the opposite knee in. So from left to right, I'm pressing with my left knee in like we are on the alpine skis. And from here, you're using the same technique. We're pressing from the inside edge of our foot and the knee in. And the opposite direction, knee in, inside edge, knee in, inside edge, knee in. It looks like this, knee in, knee in. Pay attention that the chest is square and the pelvis is square to each target that I'm planning to engage. I'm not breaking and I'm not twisting my shooting platform. The worst thing that you can do is to start the transition from your arms or from the hips, so you twist the entire shooting platform. At the moment that you break your shooting platform apart, you cannot expect a consistent performance. Why? You're applying additional forces to that closed system. Now I want you to focus to press with the inside edge of that foot and the same knee to shift to the opposite direction and vice versa. Use the spinal column like a pivot point. A pivot point, pivot point. Pay attention how everything is like a turret of a tank. The pelvis, torso, and isosceles triangle, they stay together, attached, and the chest and the pelvis is square to each target. And that's the second principle of the body movement. Chest and pelvis are squared to each target that you're planning to engage. You ready? Go ahead and go. Inside edge, inside edge. Inside edge, inside edge. Inside edge, push with the knee. Great job. The second technique, when you're more aggressive, when we're shooting faster, we need to lower our center of gravity a little bit lower, right? And we need to be in more squatted position, more aggressive in order to maintain and manage your stability. When you're using that more aggressive stance, we're using the outside edge of our feet, and that's coming from karate. It's a very stable position. Now, instead of pushing from the knees, we're using the shin bones. So what we'll do, if I have a transition from left to right, I simply am going to push with the opposite shin forward, and I'm going to push now with the right leg, shin forward. Again, I'm keeping the same principle. Chest and hips are squared to each target that I'm planning to engage in order to achieve the same effect. You're using the same principles. All the motion, it's coming from the knees below, and we're keeping the chest and pelvis squared to each target that we're planning to engage.